This is a review of Essential Add-ons for Elementor, a comprehensive suite of widgets and extensions for Elementor, and one of the top add-ons available. In this review, I touch on all the major areas of consideration, including an evaluation of the standard add-on widgets, dynamic features, integrations, advanced features, as well as its quality and feel. This is David McCann for Elementor 360. Welcome to another 360 review. Essential Add-ons has a free version which is available in the WordPress plugin directory. It has more than 60,000 active installs, making it the most installed free add-on for Elementor. It is regularly updated, and it has more than 1,475 five-star reviews. It comes with about 40 free widgets and 4 free extensions. I notice that the developers are active in the support forum on WordPress.org, so even users of the free version are taken care of. The premium version is available on the Essential Add-ons website, and it adds about 30 additional widgets and 4 more extensions. One of the things I noticed looking at the website is that each widget and extension has its own demo page with a link to the documentation and some examples of use. Essential Add-ons Pro is available as a subscription for a single website, for unlimited websites, or for lifetime unlimited. There's also an agency bundle. The makers of Essential Add-ons create a number of other WordPress plugins and a theme. You can purchase the agency bundle as an annual subscription or as a lifetime unlimited one-time purchase. I have here a test site, and I've installed some plugins. You can see I have Elementor and Essential Add-ons for Elementor activated, and then I have the Pro versions of both of those, but I haven't turned them on yet. When you install Essential Add-ons for Elementor, you get a menu item here. On this first tab, there are links for documentation and whatnot. On the Elements tab, each of the widgets is listed, and you can turn it off if you're not going to use it. I really appreciate that because the Elementor editor can get kind of crowded. And next to each one is a link to go look at the demo and a link to the documentation. And that's also a nice feature. Every single one has a demo and documentation. The Pro widgets are listed also, but are of course disabled since they're not available. Then there's a tab for extensions. That's just like the tab for the widgets. You see there are 4 extensions that come with the free version. There's a Tools tab where you can regenerate the styles and scripts, and you can change the method of loading them. You probably won't need to use these features. And then there's a link here to buy the premium version if you want, and I think when the premium version is activated, this turns into the license page. If we go into the Elementor editor with just the free version installed, you'll notice that there's a panel here for Essential Add-ons, and they're listed in alphabetical order, which is nice because that makes it a little easier to find. And if you scroll down a ways, then you see widgets for the Pro version that have a lock icon on them. And if you click on one, then you get a message to upgrade. The editor already has a large number of things going on, so it would be nicer not to have these placeholders for the Pro. But Elementor Free does the same things. So I guess we can't fault the Essential Add-ons team for that. Now I'm going to go and activate the premium plugins. And let's go back to our Elementor page. I'll refresh that. Okay. Essential Add-ons has 70 widgets. There are a lot of them that are enhanced versions of widgets that come with the base core Elementor. And there are some that fill in the gaps of basic things that Elementor doesn't provide. But these widgets are what I think of as kind of standard or base widgets. I believe it's fairly common for people to install one kind of base widget pack, and then any other element or add-ons are usually specialty or focused more for a particular purpose. And as you can see, Essential Add-ons has plenty of these basic or standard type widgets. Let me show you what I mean about the difference between a core Elementor widget and an enhanced Essential Add-ons version. Let's add a heading here. So this is your basic Elementor heading, and you can see you have some general options here for the Content tab, and in the Style tab you have some general options for color and typography and shadow and blend mode. Okay, now let's go and find the comparable version that comes with Essential Add-ons. It's called the Dual Color heading. And you can see that it has many more features. First of all, there are several different ways you can lay it out. You have the option for an icon. You can separate the text and have it show in different colors to highlight or emphasize certain words. And you can have some subtext. If we look on the Style tab, you can see that instead of just one panel here, you have a panel for each of those elements, for the heading itself, for the icon, and for the color and typography. So that's an example of kind of how add-on makers enhance the base Elementor widgets to make them more flexible and more stylish. Let's remove these. And the next thing I want to look at is dynamic features. Of course, we're all used to typing in content statically, like for a landing page. But there's a lot of flexibility that we get when we pull in data dynamically. And while WordPress supports custom fields and custom post types, it doesn't provide any way to output and show them on the front end. These are some of the places where the dynamic features of Elementor really shine. For example, the Elementor Theme Builder allows you to create header, footer, single, and archive templates. And in these templates, you have placeholders where the actual data from your posts are filled in dynamically. And to achieve this, what Elementor does is it has support for things like dynamic tags. Let's look at a call to action widget. For example, when you see this database icon, that's an indication that the field in that widget supports dynamic data. And if you click on it, for instance, then you can see these dynamic tags that you can use that get filled in when the content is shown on the front end. A lot of the Essential Add-ons widgets also have support for dynamic tags. So that's really good, and I was pleased to see that. That's a feature of more sophisticated and more advanced add-ons, and it means that you can use the widgets in more areas. There was one thing I noticed, however. If we look at a button, for instance, in Elementor, it has support for dynamic tags for the text and the links, and I think links are a place where people often use dynamic data. And the Essential Add-ons button, the Creative button, didn't have any support for dynamic tags. So something where possibly it could be enhanced to bring dynamic tags to more fields. Some other features of Essential Add-ons that are useful when you're theming is that it comes with these extensions for a reading progress bar and a table of contents. You can add these to a page or a template or site-wide, and these would be nice enhancements for your posts. If, like me, for example, you create long-form content, having a table of contents is a nice convenience for the reader. Essential Add-ons also supports a number of ways that you can display your posts, like on a content timeline, or in a dynamic gallery, a block, a carousel, a grid, a smart list, or a timeline. And these are also ways that you can dynamically pull in, for example, the latest posts. So there are quite a few of these. Let's look at a couple of them really quick. Here is the Smart Post list, something you might use, for example, if you want to show your recent posts. Here you can choose if you had a custom post type, you could choose that. You could manually select them if you wanted to show just a certain few. A nice thing about some of the essential add-ons widgets for showing posts is that they have this automatic filter built in, so you can add a filter to your widget really easily. Let's just increase the number here, and let's look at the layout settings. Let's try advanced. So here's our kind of post grid here. Let's show the excerpt and the author and the category. Alright, so you get the idea, and of course there are a large number of style options as well. Let's remove this one and try one of the other ones. Maybe the dynamic gallery. And so let's just play with this one a little bit. Same type of thing that we had before. We can add these filters. We can choose how many posts per page. We can turn off the filters if we want. You have the option for when you click on it, it goes into a pop-up, a light box, or goes to the page. You can add a button to load more, or you can have a card layout. So these are nice options. They're not like really super advanced like some more specified add-on packs, but they do provide a lot of flexibility, especially since you have so many of them. Another nice dynamic feature of Essential Add-ons is the Advanced Data Table widget. There are a few add-on packs that have tables, but this is the most flexible and powerful table widget that I've seen. You have the option for static data where you can right-click and you can add a row above or below or add a column or delete rows, and you can manually type something in, which usually these widgets have you kind of typing things into little text boxes on the side. So that in-place editing is a really nice feature. But then also you can pull your data from the database, from a remote database. Look, you can select a table that you're going to pull from, or you can write your own query. Now that's really powerful. You can pull in data from a remote database, from a Google Sheet, and from some popular WordPress table add-ons. You've got the option for front-end sorting and searching, and the type of pagination you want. Or you can import and export data. So I have a CSV file, and let's import that. First row is header. There's our table. So that's really easy. You can see there are a number of style options. So let's adjust this, for instance, make that wider and make it not so tall or taller. Reduce the volume bottom margin. So let's delete these and save that and go look at it on the front end. Here's our table. You see we have our sorting and we have our search option. So that's very nice, very powerful, very easy to use. It's another nice feature of Essential Add-ons. Another place, another area that I look at when evaluating these kind of general add-on packs is to look and see what kind of integrations they have. And Essential Add-ons has a large number of them. If we look at your lists of widgets here, here are 10 different widgets for integrating forms, for bringing your forms into Elementor. Here are some social elements, some social widgets for Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, a LearnDash course list widget, widgets for Better Docs, which is another plugin from the same company, and then for integrating WooCommerce. The nice thing about these is not only are you able to bring the content into your Elementor pages, which saves a lot of time and is sometimes a hassle, but you can also use Elementor to style this content. And sometimes it's a lot easier to style these in Elementor than it is in the interface of these different plugins. So all in all, there are 21 integration widgets. Let's look at some of the other advanced features. In addition to the advanced data table, Another extension offered by the plugin is that you get this duplicator option on your lists of posts and pages. And this is a huge convenience option. Frequently we'll want to duplicate our pages when we have one that's very similar or we want to make a backup. And I've seen online people complaining that some of the standard plugins for duplicating posts and pages don't work well with Elementor. So it's nice to have an Elementor focused option here. Another feature is that we have a protected content widget, and you have the option to use this text editor box to add your content. You can add media or a text editor. It's kind of limited, but for simple stuff this works great. Or you can use a save template and protect that. This may make it easier to protect a greater part of a page. You can protect by the logged in user role or by a password, and you have the option for the message that you want to show to people when they don't have access. Then there is an extension which allows you to protect any Elementor widget. So in addition to the Elementor widget, you can also protect any other widget using this content protection extension. Doesn't work for some reason. It's not an option on sections, and that might be an enhancement. But if you want to protect more of a page, then I guess you can use the template option. Finally, one more that I wanted to mention. Let's remove these. There is a really nice calendar widget, an event calendar widget, which is pretty powerful. You can manually add events with the day and link and description, or you can link it to Google Calendar or the events calendar or the event on plugin. So this makes it very dynamic. And this is good for sites where you don't need a full event management system, but say for a club or an organization, or maybe when you're giving webinars or things, you could hook this up to your Google Calendar and show your calendar on pages. A nice, easy way to do that. So in summary and conclusion, Essential Add-ons for Elementor is mature enough that I didn't run into any bugs or issues. There are a few things that I noticed that I mentioned in the video that they could enhance, but overall it's a very solid offering. In terms of standard add-on widgets, many people install at least one base add-on pack to fill in the gaps and extend core Elementor features. And Essential Add-ons has a large number and variety of widgets that makes it a good go-to for this purpose. In terms of dynamic features, with Elementor Pro installed, many of the widgets show support for dynamic tags, so your data can be pulled from the database, and this makes them usable in content templates. I'd like to see a few more of the widgets and fields support dynamic tags like the buttons, so that the extra styling and options that come with the Essential Add-ons are available for those widgets in templates. But in terms of theme building, there were also the nice table of contents and reading progress extensions, as well as an advanced menu. They're nice widgets for displaying posts in different formats, which complements the options that come with Elementor. The really powerful widget of Essential Add-ons was the Advanced Data Table, which is unique and very powerful. And I think it's probably the most advanced table widget for Elementor that I've seen. In terms of integrations, the add-on makes it easy to bring in content from outside of Elementor, which lets it be kind of coherent and unified on your pages. You don't have to mess with shortcodes, and Essential Add-ons had 21 integrations. In terms of advanced and unique features, in addition to the data table, Essential Add-ons also has that post duplicator extension, which is a real nice quality of life improvement. There's the content protection widget and content protection extension, which makes it easy to protect some of the content on your pages. In terms of quality and feel, there were several things that caught my attention. I really appreciate when plugin developers provide a way to disable elements in the builder that you don't intend to use. Same time, it would have been nice if we didn't have all the pro elements listed as placeholders. It's a small thing and maybe says something about my personality, but I appreciated that the widgets were listed in alphabetical order. And the essential add-ons were extensively documented with text and video for every feature. It would be really nice if all plugin developers were that thorough. Also, the team is active on WordPress.org, supporting users of the free version, and that takes resources and commitment. In conclusion, I thought that Essential Add-ons for Elementor was a solid plugin with a lot of strengths and unique features. It's one of the top-tier Elementor add-ons, and I think it's a good choice for extending core Elementor. Did you happen to look at the price of the lifetime package in the beginning of the video? If not, you might want to go back and check that. I was surprised at how low it was. As Elementor has become more and more popular, many other companies have raised their prices, sometimes into the stratosphere. Essential Add-ons is a strong offering with lots of value, and I think the lifetime package is currently underpriced. If Essential Add-ons for Elementor Pro is something that you're thinking about, I would snag that before the price goes up. So that's it for this review of Essential Add-ons. There's a text version of the video available on the Elementor 360 website, along with other walkthroughs and reviews and resources. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.